I also want to get your take on the situation in Afghanistan, which has deteriorated very quickly. You were a member of the Foreign Affairs Committee. President Biden was interviewed about all of the situation that's going on there, and he basically said there's no way to have gotten out without chaos ensuing. Do you believe that to be true?
No, I think that the president did not have a plan here. They did not have a strategy in place. The first thing would have been to evacuate our citizens. That first and foremost should have been the priority before the troops were withdrawn. What has happened here is they went into this with really little preparation, little contingency plans. They allowed the Taliban to take our weapons, and they used it now to take over the entire country. I think for Congress, our first and foremost priority is the evacuation of our families that reside in our district. Just yesterday, we worked very diligently to ensure that we were able to evacuate a family from Brooklyn, a mother with 3 small children, the youngest one being 1 year old, making sure that they were able to board one of these military planes and go to Qatar. So I urge people, if they have a family that they know of in Afghanistan that needs assistance, to contact your member of Congress or one of the U.S. senators who have a direct connect to the State Department to do this. But certainly there will be hearings in the Foreign Affairs Committee, I think as early as next week, to find out what went wrong here, because the intelligence showed that there would be a quick takeover if they were to withdraw the troops, and they were not prepared for this, nor were they prepared with the visa program in place to ensure that our Afghan partners who worked alongside our military men and women could be evacuated as well, and they are the first that will be targeted by the Taliban, and that is a very big concern. And I'll say this. Between what's happening in Afghanistan right now, where now there's a hotbed for terrorism, with the open borders that the president has created, where they've already caught, by the way, people on the FBI terror watch list walking over, and the attempt by the left to defund and take away resources from our law enforcement. This is a very concerning position, especially going into this 20th anniversary of 9/11. We can never allow the slogan, never forget, to just become a slogan. And that is the thing. It is more than that. And we need to be very diligent here. And we urge the president to take action, immediate action, to protect us.
Based on your knowledge of the situation, what could have been done differently there?
Well, I think first and foremost, they needed to have the visa process in place. They needed to be able to identify where our Afghan interpreters and partners that worked alongside us are located so they could be evacuated. They should have worked on evacuating members of the embassy as well as the United States citizens there. They don't even have an estimate of how many citizens we have there right now that are seeking to evacuate. It's anywhere between 10 to 40,000, they're saying. So not being able to identify, number one, where our citizens are, which Afghan partners needed to be evacuated, improving the visa system to make sure it was ready in place, which was something that Congress had called on for months. We even passed legislation to require the State Department to do this. All of that should have been done in place before you withdraw the troops. And certainly the majority of members of Congress and Americans do want our men and women to come home. Absolutely, but it had to be done in a proper way, and it needed to be conditional, and certainly having more troops there today than when the president first announced withdrawal shows what an utter failure this has been.
Representative Malliotakis.